In the currency quadrant today, taking a look at the June Canadian dollar, which had a midday recovery that was down on the day, down about 1/3 of 1% at 78.86. And then after the Bank of Canada announcement this morning, we got a midday recovery up about 30 basis points, or again, 1/3 of 1% on the highs at 79.33. And that's where we really ended the New York session, the London session, New York session trade over, up about 1/4 of 1% overall, just off those highs that I just mentioned. Now, despite today's rally, the loonie is still working on its third down week in a row. It's down over 1% during that particular stretch, but today's jump was the biggest one session move since April 4th. So not that long ago, but still, it's been under pressure in recent sessions. Now, Bank of Canada announced a rate hike today, 50 basis points, and warned of more. This central bank move is the biggest single move by the Bank of Canada in 2 decades. And as I mentioned, they promised more hikes as inflation expectations soar in Canada. And this is a quote from their statement. There's an increasing risk that expectations of elevated inflation could become entrenched. Interest rates will need to rise further. So that's where we got this turnaround from, that strength expressed by the Bank of Canada in the likelihood of inflation. Obviously, more rate hikes, they warned of it, so that would strengthen the loonie as well. Now, also, Canadian data has been pretty good from a perspective of strength in the economy. Canadian jobs data was still strong despite only adding 72,500 jobs last week versus an expectation of 80,000 jobs. But the unemployment rate stayed at 5.3%, and their hourly wages went up from 3.1% increase to 3.4% increase. So that strength in the labor market. That lower jobs added number could have been simply because they couldn't find the workers. Now, next week, we get inflation in Canada. The inflation reading was strong with a 5.7% year-over-year headline inflation rate and a 4.8% core is expected to be strong again, as the central bank commented.